In this lesson, we'll start to build the smile for our character. Alright, so we've warmed up a little bit and we've created a kind of a fun expression to begin with. Now let's start to work on some expressions that will be a little bit more useful to us when we go to animate our character and set up the blend shapes. Alright, so one of the great things about doing blend shapes and facial expressions is that you've got your own built-in reference library to work from, right? So you just look in a mirror and make the different expressions that you're trying for, and you can see all the different little details that you want to add in. You may even put a little mirror next to your desk or on your desk so that you can constantly reference that while you're working. That way you don't need to get a lot of, like I said, different reference from different areas. You've got that all available to you right there. Okay, so one of the things we want to talk about a little bit as we do these is sort of the muscular structure along this face. So the face contains a lot of muscles that are called mimetic muscles, and those are muscles that don't really move bones. Okay, so you've got kind of skeletal muscles that move the neck around and move the head and also attach to the jaw, but you've also got muscles that sort of embed into the skin, and they enable us to do a lot of nonverbal communication with just the way our face expresses feelings. If we can't speak, we can still communicate a lot of things just through our facial expressions. So we've got a big network of muscles in here. We've got muscles surrounding the mouth in a circular way, and also the eyes. We've got muscles coming down kind of from the cheek here down to the ends of the mouth. We've got muscles coming down here, covering the front of the neck. Muscles coming off of the mouth in this direction. We've got large muscles up here under the skin on our forehead. So we've got a lot of ways that we're able to move the skin on our face around. So let's look at some of the kind of the aspects of the different expressions. So we're going to do a smile right now. So let's go ahead and dial our subdivisions down a bit. And we're going to use our move brush again just to move some of these things around. So obviously we want the corners of the mouth to go up. Now one of the things to consider here is that we've got kind of an exaggerated space between the bottom of the nose and the mouth. So we need to take that into account when we create our smile. If we pull our mouth too high up, you can see we'll lose the teeth because that's where we've decided to put those teeth. So we just need to be aware of that. You want to show some gum so that you can see that he is smiling, right? And we want to pull the corners up. We just need to be aware of where that is. So these corners are going to be pulled up by these muscles here, the zygomatic muscles coming down from this arch up here, kind of at an angle. So they're going to go kind of up and out. We've also got the buccinator muscle that comes off of this corner, and that in some ways is going to pull in this mouth so that as it comes up, it's not going to head out from the face. It's going to kind of stay tucked into the gum there. Okay, and this crease right here, this flap, will be accentuated. All right, so whenever we have this skin that compresses, you're going to have sort of folding, and you want to also make sure that you try to maintain some of the volume. So let's go ahead and start to move this mouth up. So we can just take the corners of this mouth, and if we want to get a larger area, we just get a larger brush size. And I'm going to move the mouth up just until it's kind of above the gum. Kind of open the mouth a little bit. Trying to still maintain the size of the lip. Okay. And I'll pull this in a little bit. I'm going to tighten up this lip against the mouth just slightly. Okay, as this is kind of pulled out across the mouth. Can tend to tighten up there a little bit. Pull the inside of that mouth up. And smooth that out a little bit. Still try to keep that corner tight. And pull it back a little bit more. Want to make sure that we don't go up past the gum line. Okay. And then you can bump that up and check it. Okay. Let's move this up a little. And try to get in there and move that corner of the mouth up a bit. Okay. I'm going to move this down just a little. Alright. So this skin is being pulled up in this direction. Okay. So we can, oops, undo that. So now we can move up and kind of look, and you can see how this is kind of getting pinched together. So we can kind of smooth that out a little bit. Alright. We can pull out this fold a little bit. Okay. And at this point, if you want to emphasize that fold a little bit more, you can take your standard brush and Z-add and just kind of pull this out a little bit. Emphasize that a little bit more. Okay. And also, one of the things that can add to the smile is to add the action here from this orbicularis oculi around the eye. So what we can do is take this flesh and make sure you get our move tool back and move it up. So it ends up with a little bit of a squint. Okay. Just kind of move that up. And maybe it's out a little bit too far. Okay. Around here where these crow's feet are, smile lines, you can accentuate those. Or standard brush. And now anywhere you would have wrinkles, you can accentuate those. Okay, so as the skin comes together, it's wrinkled a bit more. Okay, can bring some more wrinkles in here. As that skin's compressed. Okay. Okay, this skin will be kind of stretched out, so it would probably tend to smooth out a little bit underneath the mouth here as this gets stretched. So we can smooth that out a bit. And then bunch it up just a little up here where that skin gets compressed down. Alright, now for the brows, we can take those brows. And in this case, we're going to just kind of a simple smile, so we'll go ahead and bring those brows up. Just kind of a general happy face. Okay, and let's open the eyes up a bit more. So we're really only dealing with a few areas. We've got the mouth, and then up here the cheek and eyes and the brow. And just playing with the brow, you can get a lot of different results. You can get sort of a, evil smile to a very innocent smile, to sort of a worried smile, and a kind of expectant smile. So you can get a lot of different results. It's amazing how much variation the human face can create in terms of emotions and expressions, and how we're able to read those and understand what kind of emotions being portrayed. So we continue to kind of move this up and out. So we've got this frontalis up here, which will pull these brows back in different ways. And so I'll just kind of pull that up. Okay. And as the brow comes up here, you might get more wrinkles on the forehead. So we can add those in as well. Get our standard brush again. And just emphasize some of those wrinkles. And the ones going all the way across the forehead be a bit more prominent. Okay, as well as this kind of those smile lines there. All right, so just play around with it, getting the result that you want. And moving up the corners of the mouth, kind of bunching that skin up a little bit there, keeping in mind these muscles here, and we also want to move up. I forget the corners of the nose as this comes up. Okay, so we want to move this whole area up a bit as this comes up. These muscles pull this up. Some muscles along here as well that are involved. Okay. So we've got these. We've got this corner of the mouth pulled up. We've got the cheek kind of pulled up into a kind of a squint. We've opened up the eyebrows a little bit, opened up the eyes, and created sort of a straightforward, simple smile expression. All right. So let's go ahead in the next lesson and look at what we would think of as the inverse, and that would be kind of a sad expression. So we'll look at how we can create that in the next lesson.